Hi, I'm Eric Michael Cap for Australian Racing Preview for Friday, October the 6th if you're in the US, or Saturday, October 7th if you're in Australia. And we're going to be talking about the feature Group 1 races in Sydney and Melbourne. Hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great weekend. Last weekend we had a good day in Sydney with Happy Clapper winning the Epsom and Lise in the Flight Stakes. Not so good on Sunday at Caulfield with Hartnell getting rolled and the 3-year-olds Catchy and Royal Symphony losing. Thankfully, we were able to make a little bit of money on Enable in the Arc, and how good is she? What an amazing 3-year-old filly she is. What she did in that Arc and what she did in the King George, just devastating. And I tell you what, forget about Winx versus Arrogate. I would love to see Winx versus Enable over 1.25 miles. That would be a race that would stop the world, or at least half the world anyway. So let's kick off today in Sydney. Let's take a look at the track at Randwick. It's a good 4, weather partly sunny, and we've got the rail out about 3 meters. The feature, the Group 1 Spring Champion Stakes for the 3-year-old colts and geldings. Let's take a look at the market. We've got Ace High, the son of High Chaparral, at about 330 in from about 360 earlier in the week. Sanctioned out to 5s from 440 earlier. Down to Tangled at 550. Astoria at $8. Sully at $9.50 and Disillusion at $11. Well, Ace High and Sanctioned and a couple of other horses went around in the Gloaming, the traditional lead up to this, over 1,800. It was a brilliant win by Ace High. Sanctioned had a gun run, had every opportunity to get past him, couldn't. He won, drawing away a little at the end. I think it was about a length and a quarter, and I see no reason why today will be any different. He's bred to run this journey out. He's probably going to go to the Derby, and I think he's a good thing in this. I think 330, those are pretty good odds. So I've got him on top. Number 1, Ace High from number 4, Sanctioned. And for third, I'm going to put in Astoria just in front of Tangled. A couple of others for your superfectors. Number 6, Disillusion. 10, Coral Coast. If he runs, I believe he's going to run in Sydney, not Melbourne. And the Melbourne horse, number 7, Sully, for your exotics. So Ace High to win the Spring Champion Stakes. This is a time-honored race. It's been won by some of the great horses of the turf over the years. Everyone from Kingston Town to Sir Dapper. It's a done deal. We could go on and on. Great race over the 2,000 meters. The other feature is the Roman Consul Stakes. I'm not a big fan of this race. Probably won't be betting in it. If you must have a bet, maybe each way chauffeur at about $5 represents some good value. Now down to Melbourne for the Group 1 Turnbull Stakes at Flemington. The track is a good 3. Got sunny conditions, but the rail out about 9 meters. Not a fan of having the rail out that far. So you might want to take a look at how some of the earlier races are run and see if there's some kind of pattern developing, whether it's favoring horses up on the speed or whether horses can come from behind. So Grade 1 Turnbull Stakes, and we've got Winx, the very firm favorite, at about $1.20. Humidor about $5, and pretty much forget the rest. Ventura Storm at $33. So little surprise Winx was running in this. I thought she might go to the Caulfield Stakes, which is what she did last year, 2 weeks before the Cox Plate. So this will give her 3 weeks off. She's a firm favorite, 20 in a row. Can Humidor beat her? Can he press her? That's the question. I don't think he's going to have the race conditions he needs in order to do that. Brilliant winner of the Kaibi Diva, but that was a hot race. They went very fast up front. It really set up for him to come from behind. This is going to be a completely different type of race. Most likely a sit and sprint, although Sir Isaac Newton may go out and lead them. But Winx, she's the best horse in the world, I think. Crying out for 2,000 meters. First look at Flemington. I can't see her being beaten. I've put her on top. Number 2, Winx. She's a special. $1.20, not bad. You might want to take her in an exacta with number 1, Humidor, for second. And I'm going to throw in Ventura Storm for third. He's on track for the Cups, and he's going to appreciate the step up to 2,000, but he probably needs 1.5 miles to 2 miles to really show his best. And if you're looking for a roughie for your trifectas or superfectas, Sir Isaac Newton probably will lead, and maybe he can kick on in the straight and run a place or run fourth. assign maybe next best. So Turnbull Stakes, it's all winks, should be a great race. So that's it from Melbourne. A couple of other features. Race 2, I like Esperance in that race. Sacconi, the danger. The race 4, the sprint. Gee, this is a very open race. You've got the quarterback who's trialled very, very well. The Newmarket winner of a few years back, Spieth, who's been placed at Group 1 multiple times. Silence Edition, Group 1 winner. Bonds Away, who's won 4 in a row. And Land of Plenty, who was placed here down the straight a few weeks back. So probably 5 real chances in this race. Maybe take a box trifecta in it. Anything can win it. I'm going to stay out of it. Too hard for mine. Race number 7, the other feature on the day, the Bart Cummings, and number 1, Almaden, brilliant winner here at Flemington a couple of weeks back. Only $2 on the tote, but he's earned those odds. I think he'll win. I think he's a special. I've put him on top. Number 1, Almaden from number 4, Emily Starr. She's crying out for the 1.5 miles. She'll appreciate the step up in distance. 3 Harlem for third, and maybe 9 Crocodile Rock for your multis. Race 8, the Blazer Stakes. Gee, another very difficult race. Too many chances in this for mine. You got 1 Prompt Response, 4 Sort of Lied, 9 Miss Rock, down to 16 Petition. I think those are the best, maybe if you want to take those in a box trifecta. So I'm going to stay out of that. So best bet in Melbourne, obviously Winks in the Turnbull, Almaden in the Bart Cummings. Best bet in Sydney, Ace High in the Spring Champion Stakes. Good luck if you are going to bet. Please bet responsibly, and we'll be back for next week, and I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing day's racing. We'll probably come back with a video podcast for that with the Everest in Sydney. You're going to have the Caulfield Guineas and the Caulfield Stakes, 1,000 Guineas. Wonderful, wonderful day next week. I'm really, really looking forward to that, and onwards to the Caulfield Cup and the Cox Plate and Derby Day and the Melbourne Cup. Have a great weekend. I'm Eric Michael Cap for Australian Racing Review. Cheers.